we are going to discuss about your module 4 in FEM. Now module 4 in FEM is heat transfer. Now heat transfer already I think you are studying in your 6th semester. You have a subject called heat transfer. The basic idea you have. Today I am going to explain briefly about your heat transfer, that is introduction. See what we are going to discuss in this module. See in this module, basic ideas in this module. First we are presenting the applications of non-structural problems. That is, if you read here, in this module we present the first use in this text of the finite element method for solutions for non-structural problems. That means already what we have discussed up to now is a solution for structural problems. But here in this module we are going to discuss about non-structural problems. What is non-structural problems? Like your thermal field, like your fluid flow field. Like that we have different types of field apart from your structural problems. Structural field that will be discussed here. In thus we have taken one example, that is first example what we are going to discuss in this module will be your heat transfer. Now we first consider the heat transfer problem. Although many similar problems such as seepage through porous media, torsion of shafts and magnetostatics can also be treated by the same form of equations. That means the equations what we are used, almost it is similar kind of equations we are also used in this chapter also. For example, if you take what is the shape function used for your bar element, if you treat here you have same kind of element which is having a conduction, okay, we will use same kind of shape function, same shape functions for this also. Maybe your variable will be different, but we are using a same kind of equations. That is one thing. Next, but that's what I am doing, but with a different physical properties. That is what we are using same form of equations. What is the difference is we are using different physical characteristics as that for heat transfer. That means what is the requirement for heat transfer kind of problems we are going to use that. Then familiarity with a heat transfer makes possible determination of temperature distribution within a body. That means if you take a major, what is the field variable here? Here the major field variable what we are going to discuss in this module will be temperature. See, whenever you discuss heat transfer, there are two things will be there. One is a mass transfer, one is a heat transfer. But basic idea in this module we are going to concentrate more on temperature. That is, heat transfer means temperature is a variable what we are going to discuss. Okay. We can then determine the amount of heat moving into and out of the body. That is, one is heat transfer, that is temperature. Then one more parameter is heat. What is the heat consumed by the body, or what is the heat coming out of the body? That means in and outflow of the heat is also discussed here. That means heat flow, heat flux, these kind of parameters also discussed in this module. See, and also we know the basic idea in your heat transfer you should have is, one is you should know what are the basic three modes of heat transfer. Heat transfer. That is, what are the three modes of heat transfer? That is, one is conduction, convection and radiation. Say today what I am going to discuss is, briefly I am going to discuss what is meant by conduction, convection and radiation. I am not going to discuss any derivation today. Briefly I am going to discuss about this. Now what are the basic equations? The basic equation of heat transfer are essentially the conservation of energy equation and the rate equation. See, the basic equation if you want to derive in heat transfer, you require one is conservation of energy equation and the rate equations. First we will discuss what is meant by conservation of energy equation. Now if you just move here, what is conservation of energy equation? Okay, see, in the heat transfer analysis of any system, the following energy balance equation has to be satisfied because of conservation of energy. That means we have to see what is your energy balance equation. See, energy balance equation has to be satisfied because of conservation of energy. What is that equation? Equation is E dot in, then E dot G is equals to E dot out plus E dot IE. What is that dot? Dot symbolizes time rate. Dot symbolizes your time rate. That means what is a rate of, that means with respect to time, what is your change in energy, everything will be discussed here. That is your time rate. What is E in? E in is called the amount of energy inflow into the system. That is how much amount of energy is coming into the system. That will be discussed as a E in. EG, what is EG? Amount of heat generated, amount of energy generated inside the system. That means it is amount of energy into the system. EG means amount of energy generated inside the system. What is out? Amount of energy outflow from the system. That means amount of energy is coming out of the system. Then what is that? One more is IE. IE is nothing but the amount of internal energy, change in internal energy of the system. In some of the textbooks we can represent even U. U is also generally used for your internal energy representation. This is what is your energy balance equation. E in plus EG is equals to E dot out plus E dot IE. That means E dot in plus E dot G. Okay, rate equations. What is the rate equation? The rate equation which describes the rate of energy flow within a body are given by following equation. Then right equations is nothing but your basic equation for your modes of heat transfers. Okay, now what is that following equations? Now first is, we know that there are three modes of heat transfer will be there. Three modes of heat transfer. One is called conduction, convection and radiation. First we will take what is conduction. Conduction is the transfer of heat through the materials without any net motion of mass of the material. That means conduction is the transfer of heat through the materials without any net motion of mass of the material. The heat flow through the fins of automobile cylinder is an example. That means here generally we call it as a heat flow through a solid medium. We generally call it as a conduction. Here conduction is the transfer of heat through the materials without any net motion of the mass of the material. See, the heat flow through the fins of automobile cylinder is an example. That means you generally, if you observe your cylinders, generally we have in a projections like fins kind of things will be there. Fins will be there. See, in the fins we call it as an example for one of the example for your conduction. Next, the conduction process takes place either by molecular interaction or by the drift of free electrons. The basic equation for conduction, we use Qx is equals to minus K into dt by dx. Dou t by dou x or dt by dx we will use, where T is equals to temperature field in the medium, Qx is called heat flux in x direction, K is called thermal conductivity, and dou t by dou x is called temperature gradient along x direction. Because this is a one-dimensional equation we written. Next, what is minus sign? See, this minus sign symbolizes, minus sign reflects the fact that the heat is transferred in the direction of decreasing temperature. That means heat is from higher end to lower end. It is decreasing. The temperature is decreasing. Now, similarly. Now, what is the next thing? Convection. What is convection? Convection is the process by which thermal energy is transferred between a solid and a fluid surrounding in it. That means here convection is the process by which a thermal energy is transferred between a solid and a fluid surrounding in it. Okay, this is an example. This is called your convection. Convection is possible only in the presence of fluid medium. The convection equation is given by Q is equals to H into Ts minus T infinity. H is called convection coefficient or film coefficient. That is watt per meter square degree Celsius. Ts is temperature of the surface of the body. T infinity is temperature of the surrounding medium or fluid temperature. We generally call it as a fluid temperature. This is an example for your convection. Then what is the radiation? Radiation is the process by which the thermal energy is exchanged between two surfaces in the absence of a medium. That means there is no medium, but there is a heat transfer will occur. Heat transfer will occur. Now that will be called as your radiation. It is an electromagnetic wave phenomenon and no medium is required for its propagation. That means it is also known as an electromagnetic wave phenomenon. No medium is required for its propagation. The radiation heat flux is proportional to the fourth power of the absolute temperature, which causes the problem to be non-linear. That means the equation for this sigma equals Q is equals to sigma into T to the power 4, where sigma is called Stefan-Boltzmann constant. It is Stefan-Boltzmann constant. T is called surface temperature in the degree or Kelvin. Or sometimes we use this equation sigma equals to Q is equals to sigma into epsilon A T to the power 4 minus T infinity to the power 4. Here epsilon is called as an emissivity of the surface. A is called surface area of the body from which the heat flows, that is in meter square. T is the absolute surface temperature in Kelvin, and T infinity is called temperature and surrounding medium. This is what a basic idea you should remember if before you are going to derive any equation in your heat transfer. Heat transfer means you should have a basic idea about what is meant by convection, conduction, radiation, and one more thing you should have an idea is what is meant by energy balance equation. Thank you.